take it some people out there understand what was going on there. I'm going to ask everyone if they can. Hopefully I am live. Can you all tell me if you're watching and you can see what's going on? Let me go back. Just so make sure everyone gets this out there. Well, actually, I'll put that one on there. I'll put that one out there. Put that one. Oop. It's gone pear-shaped on me already. Oop. Let's take that one off. Put that one back on. Hopefully you can all hear me and you're not getting any feedback off of that. Let me have a quick look on that one. I'm going to go back in there. Live chat. How you doing? Can you all hear me and see? Can you see and hear me? Don't forget, people. You like this little side, didn't you? That's in my bedroom. Right? I thought, oh, I know what I could do with that side. Right? So we got some weird stuff, and I've got footprints in the sand. I've got support 81, which, if you don't know what that is, I probably wouldn't explain that on tonight. Listen, and I'm giving up spoken again from tonight. Right? So we'll see how moody I am tomorrow. Let's have a look. David Covey. So hit the English flag in our chat and see if it comes up there. Tell me what you think of the interview with an English flag. Right. So if you loved it, you put the English love flag up there. And you can put anyone. And if you're Scottish, you're Welsh, you're Irish, you're Texan, put your flag up there. Because you all know we're about self-determination. I don't discriminate against the Scots, the Welsh, the Irish, or the Cornish, right? We all believe in self-determination. So that's it. I'm seeing it all coming up there at the moment. Look at that. Look at them. Oh, DM, well done. And Ray, look at that. There they are. Dave Covey's come up there. And the Love Arts for England steaming up on my screen. I love seeing the English flag. Tracy, you've just adopted Scotland. Tracy's just adopted Wales. That's what I like to see. And as you can see, we've got all the flags there. The Irish flag, and we need to get our Northern Irish flag of independence in there as well. So I know it's getting a bit late for some of you. So really, I've just logged back into this. Made myself a coffee. I shouldn't have another coffee, really, should I? I'll be awake all night again. And then I've got to start sorting out my gear to go up there. So I'll be in a pub. Let me see if I can go and find it on the screen for you. Hopefully I can find it. Let me have a look. There's a pub. If I can, I don't know if I can actually. I might be able to put the thing in. So this is going to be Wednesday at 1 o'clock, right? Happy Easter. I'm going to put this out there. So this isn't the action day. This is not going to be a political event. This is to have a beer and you can never meet up with me. You can meet our supporters in Runcorn, mainly local, right? And oh, it's not come up. I'll put the details in there, right? So if you want to come up and have a beer, you can. I'll be driving, so I won't be having too many. And plus, the next night I'm on hustings in a church where I've been invited to, and I'll be speaking on that hustings. And again, we're going to have some local support in there as well. Again, if you want. I don't know what this is. If the Honkin Road is Whitebridge Timber, let me take this one out. Right, if anyone wants to know where that is, I'll put that in there. Right, so there's a link to it there. Tracy's got all this information, by the way, because it is in the Runcorn by-election details. So, and don't forget, people, if you're the ones getting this message out, you need to contact as many as you can of independent and alternative media. You can't call yourself alternative media if you won't put an alternative view. right? Or you are showing extreme bias to the current view, right? So the unionism is what's got us into this mess. If you abided by the Constitution, the English Constitution, you wouldn't be in this mess, right? So I'm just making sure everyone's got that in there, right? So if you want to get there, there it is. And there was another one I wanted to show you. That was the one. So and then again, what we're doing is on the 26th, we're having an action day. I need as many people to get there as get. Again, I don't want to look like Billy No Mate standing there with all the boards and signs and no one turns up. It won't be like that. But the more of you, we've got all the English flags, we've got everything. The bigger the crowd for the video, for the boards, and everyone's seeing it. It's a main thoroughfare that people will be driving. We'll be standing by. We only stand there for about hour and a half at the most, right? We get all the video functioning done. We get the photos done, and we put the photos out to Runcorn and Helsby. And then everyone says, you know something, these people have got support. Why is no one talking to them? Why is the local radio not talking to us? BBC, isn't it? Right? Why isn't he mentioned on the BBC's website? Go and have a look. You can search for me, buddy. I'm on the BBC website for Runcorn. They said you can have 1 minute. So I did a 1 minute elevator speech. Bang, 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 bang. Right? And they said, if you're 1 second over the 1 minute, we're going to cut it off. Right? They're nasty people, considering we're the ones paying their license fees. Again, if there's any groups there, let's have a look. Knock on Dead. Live. Great interview with Andy and Gabby. 2,379 views as the show finished with over 1,000 watching live. I don't know how many people normally Andy gets in there. He's a great guy. He's just a normal working person, just like me, right? So imagine Andy deciding, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stand. He could come along to us and I'd say to him, as long as you understand the English Constitution, we don't stop you saying anything. You represent the people. You don't represent a political party. But the brand is England and the Constitution is our manifesto. As long as you don't overstep or vote for any unconstitutional laws or anything like that, we ain't got a problem with you. Get in there and do it, right? So Andy could stand. Many people, right? Veterans who know what's going on and what liberties are being taken can stand for us. Pensioners can stand for us, right? And they ain't got to worry about, I've never been a politician. Good. We don't want politicians. We want normal, everyday working people. That place is full of the wrong type of people, basically narcissists. We're not narcissists. We've got a conscience. You know, we care about people. Let's have a quick look. So, hope you go on his show again, DD. He said to me at the end, come back whenever. And he's got a really good audience there as well. And the fact is, he's just normal. He's a normal geezer, right? He's not, there's no agenda. But he can see what we can see. So he says it, right? The only thing I will say about YouTube, you all know, I have to be careful what I say on there, right? I'm being careful now because I think this is transmitting there. But Andy the Gabby Cabby, subscribe to his channel, right? That video tonight, I'm emphasizing this to everyone. Go and get it. Click on the share button, and every platform you can get it on, share it, right? You've got to smash that and try and get it on as many groups in Runcorn on Facebook, right? You can target Runcorn. They took me off of Facebook, so I can't do it. I'm relying on you to do it for me. But the more people seeing this, they're going to go, hang on a minute. I see their leaflet. I see what he said on his leaflet. He's about us. He's not the uni party. And that's what you got to realise. And the more you share, the more I'm likely to find a soulmate of a life partner. All say, oh, come on. Say, oh. And I tell you what, I'd live in a caravan on a bit of land. Money ain't my thing, right? Fairness and justice is my thing. And fairness to us, all of us. So Tracy's subscribed. Who else you got there? Kew Gardens, Neil 56, Smet 13. Well, it will be also. Simon Casey, right? I've seen the emails and I've been reading through what you've done, right? So I don't want you to think I'm ignoring it. I've just forgot to email you back, but I am reading through it and I will try and email you. I'll tell you how good I think what you've done, how good it is. Basically, he's gone through Lord John Summers, what he said, put it in modern English, and we're putting it in a mini pamphlet style. I'm gonna ask that we can upload it to both our website, the English Constitution part. It's all about petition rights. If you read it, you'd go, wow, right? And then you'll understand that Lord John Summers is the person who framed the English Bill of Rights and what he wrote about our Constitution and about our freedoms and liberties, and what Simon Lacey has done. Sorry, Simon Lacey, not Casey. What Simon has done is put it. He's gone through it all because they had a funny way of doing things. There were twiz and twas and all sorts of things, and he's tried to make it so it reads more like today's language. Done a fantastic job. I was enthralled in it, right? I'm sitting there at 2:00 in the morning reading through it, going, "Oh, I love this," and I've even copied parts out. Funnily enough, I should be able to show you that. I'm watching my telly, therefore won't appear in chat. Dave, no worries. Everyone's saying it was great. Let me just show this on my screen. You're gonna like this. Listen, I've already started. I've been sent this, so I thought I'd stick it up there. Our leaflets have started to go out by the Royal Mail, and we've got people out there delivering. That's why they're so important to get these leaflets delivered, right? And again, Kay has helped with that, with the organisation of it. And what I'm going to show you on the screen as we speak is this. There you go. Let me take that off of our studio a sec. Pull that one off. All right, go back to the live chat. There it is on the screen. Can you see that? Now, the one on the bottom is this nodding dog of a magistrate that stitched up more people in 20 years than anyone I would ever guess, right? Because she's a magistrate, just nodding dog for the establishment. And Reform saying, yeah, what a great candidate. Really? Right? Listen, Lucy Letby, that's who we're going to be giving. We're one of the things we're going to do is make sure that the people in Cheshire understand what's going on in that hospital, right? But there it is, right? I think I'm 10th on the list. More Graham Harry. So there you go. Good old English name, Harry, right? English Constitution Party, Freedom, right? So again, if you want to hear one of the things that Rupert Lowe won't speak about is what happened with COVID-19, I can tell you now, I will be talking about that in Parliament, right? And what they've done to us. So again, English Constitution Party, you can see it hopefully on your screen. I'm not sure if that's actually going to be coming up and showing it on your screen. There it is. There is our logo, which is the Christian cross on a shield. English Constitution Party. The Constitution is the solution. And there it is. Right? There's the cross in the box. And again, we will have more people sending them to us. And information is up there. Don't forget, if you want to see me in this place, right? So we would have a whole team of us, right? Constitutionalists working away. They are terrified. I would be the first Englishman in that Parliament for 80 years, right? And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So if you really do want someone to stand up for you, working people, middle class people, everyone bar the establishment, right? That's who I'd be supporting. You. I'll be airing your grievances in Runcorn and Helsby. So I'm going to roll myself another dodgy one of these fags. I'm smoking butts here because I don't want to go and buy any more tobacco. That's disgusting, smoking butts. It stinks. But there you go. Listen, The life of a pauper. The life of a working man, right? Yeah, if I'd been a migrant, I'd be in a 5-star hotel. I'd have 20 snap bought for me every single night. Enough booze you can all my teeth would be sorted out, right? You name it, I'd have it. But because I'm an Englishman, I'll get now. I have to smoke my own butts. And there's people worse off than me. They smoke other people's butts. That's even worse. Let's have a look. That's what we stand for. Fairness and justice. Justice and right. So as long as you was all happy with that, like I say, when I do them type of interviews, I represent you. I represent the English Constitution Society and I represent the English Constitution Party as the leader. And again, there's plenty of people that understand and they're getting the idea. Take down the Acts of Union, void the Union, not repeal it, void it. You leave the UN, you leave all of it, right? You can even leave the debt behind because you're in fact putting the British into administration and the assets belong to the people. They belong to us. They do not belong to the British Union, a political union, right? So if you want to put the British corporation into administration, then vote for me on the 1st of May 2025, right? It's as simple as that, right? And I promise you, there are plans to take back this country, to take back our wealth and prosperity, and to make sure that not only the elderly and disabled in this country are looked after, but everyone will have jobs again. We'll bring back everything, right? It's simple working class strategies that's not associated with any form of fascist or communist ideology. Neither of them we're interested in. We are English, right? And you'll have people, just like America now, $5 million. You can get a gold card to go into America. Why? Because they've got a constitutionalist running the country. So if you want to see me in the Houses of Parliament, vote for me on the 1st of May. And I'll promise you people, so Runcorn and Helsby don't realise they would have a whole team of us, constitutionalists, fighting for them, right? And we will ensure that at the next election, there'll be hundreds of us because people will go, now we know who they are, right? And all of a sudden, you start to... It's just what happened with the Soviet Union, little trickle, and then bang, the whole thing went, right? And that's what's happening. That's what they're frightened of. That's it. So I don't normally do Sunday shows because Saturday and Sunday is normally my day off. But I was looking forward to this with Andy. I'm hoping I thought it was a great interview. I was quite relaxed. He was quite relaxed. And again, you got to understand that he is, without any doubts whatsoever, he is alternative media. Right? He's exactly what I would expect from alternative media. In other words, he ain't someone who wants to be a media, who's gone to university and done a media degree and can't get a job with the BBC, so they've gone onto YouTube, right? Or these people that worked for Channel 4 and BBC, was best mates with, making phone calls, what I'm talking about, making phone calls to Jimmy Savile, and now are being prosecuted for rape, right? What I'm talking about, right? And they pretend they're alternative media, and I don't know. He says he's a born again Christian, really, right? Some people use it, right? You all know one of the reasons why I'm a Christian. When I was 24, I died, and I crossed over to the other side, right? I was in a coma from something called encephalitis, right? And I died. I was brain dead. And the doctors all said, you'll never walk again. He's never going to talk again. They asked for my organs. My wife with 2 young kids was in bits and couldn't even speak to him. My dad told them to foxtrot Oscar. He said he's still breathing, right? And I crossed over to the other side And why do I know I was at the other side? Because I met my mum there, who died a year earlier. And I spoke to God, and there was 2 doors, right? There was 2 doors, and God pointed at one door, and my mum was crying. And she said, don't go through that door. Graham, don't go through that door. And she was begging God to let me go back through, and she pointed at the other door. And I didn't know, because I wasn't religious, that thousands of born-again Christians, because I was working with a plumber who was a born-again Christian, and my in-laws through my wife was in New Zealand and throughout the world, and they were born-again Christians, and thousands of people throughout the world were praying for me. And God bowed his head and he listened. And I didn't know that that was happening. I didn't know any about this stuff until I heard later what was going on. And God then looked up, looked at the other door, pointed at the other door, and I went through that door and I come out of the coma. And looked at my wife, who was sitting on my left, and said, I love you. She screamed and went and got the doctors and the nurses, because I've come out of the coma like that. And that was the start of the journey. But my brain was damaged quite badly. And what eventually happened was both sides of my brain started working. It had repaired. And they said he'll have a change of personality for quite some time. His personality will change. And I think it's an appropriate story to tell at Easter, right? An Easter Sunday. So I'm not one of them people that grabbed hold of Christianity and use it to their own advantage. I'm not suggesting this certain person is doing that. What I'm trying to tell you as a group of people is I absolutely believe in Jesus Christ and God. I believe in the Constitution, and I believe that the Constitution and the common law is God's law. That's it. And all I'm doing is standing for justice and right, as every Englishman should. Right? So again, the more you get this out and the more you can propagate this, you're the people doing it. As a team, we can get our message out there. All right. So is anyone got any questions that they want to put to me before I start drinking my coffee and say good night, God bless, and anything else? But if you all watch that show, hopefully you think it was a great show. As you can see, as a candidate, I've got different credentials to the nodding dog magistrate, who I compare with the magistrate of Peterloo, and the people of Lancashire and the people of Cheshire, etc. They should all know you should never vote for a magistrate, not after what they did, right, to the working class people in Petersfield. Dave Covey, yeah, no, I agree. So again, I call us the tomorrow people, the people that have crossed over and come back. I believe that we've been sent back for a reason. I believe that my cause, right, my cause is literally England, right? So I just want everyone to know that. Let me go and see. I'm getting some pings coming through. Let me have a look. Awesome show. Lots of positive comments. Keep the positive comments coming and keep on the show. So go. So literally, Andy's channel, he's a great guy. Push it out there. Take the link, put it on every way you can, and try and get that out there. Because I helped build the internet as an engineer, a real engineer, right? A tier 1 telecommunications engineer. I was one of the best out there in the world at the time, right? I was also known as a data center expert, believe it or not, right? I don't like the title expert, but literally, I was out there selling. I mean, my highest sale of a tier 1 network, we actually, as a team, sold was 43 million. All right, so you imagine. I mean, also did a small presentation to Warren Buffett. So I'm not. I am of the people and for the people. We the people. I am not one of them, right? And I just want everyone to understand that. I absolutely stand for you. Let's have a look. There's loads of people saying it was an excellent show. But again, the more you share that, the more it propagates, the more you keep pushing it, the more like Andy's going to go, wow, this is unreal. Now, if he gets other people that he knows that have got, and he says, listen, you need to talk to this guy, right? All of a sudden, people will start to realise who and what we are, right? And again, I'm not being negative to black people or to brown people, but I want this country to go back to being a non-secular nation. And one way of doing that is voiding the Acts of Union and going back to the Commonwealth, right? And then we look after each other. That's the way we are. And by the way, people, there is a way in which you can deal with it. No one's mentioned it, right? We've spent 285 million, I've said it on my show before, on an airport, St. Helier, in the middle of the Atlantic. It's where we exiled Napoleon to, right? And my personal opinion is 285 million, and they said they haven't got any return on the cost of the airport that we paid for, right? And they said it hasn't brought work to the islanders. Well, let's make it a prison island, right, for all of those illegals in this country. We've now got an airport there. Let's send them flights out there. Then we ain't got to worry about them landing. We'll put them on there. And then we've got to supply food to them, but we'll tell the rest of the world, come and get them. Because if you don't come and get them, there's going to be a process in which, at the end of that process, right, which is going to be a short process, if you haven't come and got them, right, so we've only got to transport them to there. If you ain't come and got them, we will put tariffs on your country, and we will get the assistance of the United States of America. And that island is 2,500 miles away from Africa, and it's something like 5,000 miles away from the Ascension Islands, right? That's it. Who thinks that's a good plan? That's a working class plan to get a return on our investment of 285 million. Right? Hopefully you all heard that plan. Light Owl, yeah, great show. Well done. So again, I've got a few on there. I'm on YouTube, so I have to be a bit more careful. But everyone out there, don't forget also, come and follow me. If you're not following me already, follow me on Twitter, otherwise known as X, and it's English Exit. I'm sure Tracy will put it out there. Let's see what else comes up there. What's that saying? Member packs. Before I forget, you can send me also some leaflets. Hang on a minute, let me have a look. Donkey Boy, what's that, Graham? When are you giving your health advice? Look into CDS. It's a mutual safe substance which cures cancer and many other things. I'll have to look at that later because the camera's in the way of my screen. Right, that's it. What does everyone think of my plan using St. Helena? Don't forget, that's where we sent Napoleon. And by the way, the British cut his cock off, right? And there was an extreme rumour at the time that Napoleon was actually Islamic. He was a Muslim. And people say they did it because Josephine wanted it. Well, why would you cut someone's cock off unless you don't want to give them access to 72 virgins in the afterlife? Just think about it, right? And by the way, the cock is somewhere in America in a jar of preservative on some collector's shelf. Don't ask me why anyone would want Napoleon's cock on his shelf, right? It's just that ain't a bit of me, right? But remember, all the time it's in that jar, he's having no jiggy whatsoever if he thinks that was happening. Thank you, Tracy, for putting that out there. Blind, as always, your show was spot on, DD. Your knowledge is dangerous. Get some waterless coolant for your car. Take good care, my man. I will try and look at that waterless coolant, but I don't know what to do with the car at the moment. I really want a camper. I've got quite a bit of money for it, but not enough to buy a decent camper. But I'm not 100% sure whether I should be getting a van because I want to be using it for this. But then, in some way, I would have to get not the political party to pay for it, but possibly the society in some way, because that's all it's used for. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. That's it. Right. I'm going to say good night. God bless to everyone. Don't forget, leave a comment for Andy. What a great bloke he is for allowing that conversation. He is alternative media, and he is why I helped build the internet, literally, right? So I just want people to know that. So I'm going to say good night, God bless, and I will see you, E for E, England for England. I'm a 3D printing engineer. We'll be putting the English flag on my products. The Sandwich Islands. What's the Sandwich Islands? Contact me and tell me that. 3D printing engineer. I like that. Gherkins spring to mind, DD. Don't. I like gherkins. Turn it in. Didn't the Egyptians do that to Set? The British elites in charge, mainly descendants from the old families. That's it. And I'm seeing all them wonderful comments out there. ECP membership link. So if you want to become a member of the party, all of that information's out there. All I'm going to say to you is God bless. Again, happy Easter. Don't forget this Wednesday I'll be putting out tomorrow's show as well. We'll be in the pub. I did put the link out there. Let me see if I can put it out there for you again. So Wednesday I'm going to be in a pub, and then we got the day of action, right? So we've got two things that I've got to put out there. If you want to know, so Wednesday I'll be in the pub, right, and we're just having a beer. It's not a day of action, and I want everyone to understand what we're doing there. Let me put it back out there. There it is. And again, Kay has been really helpful in putting that information up. So I'm going to put all of that on our website as well. So that's the pub I'm going to Wednesday. I'll be in there 1 p.m. We'll just have a couple of beers because I'm driving. I can't do a lot of, and then the next night I've got a husting, so I've got to make sure I'm sensible because I'm representing you, right? That's the important thing. And then if you want to know what the other place we're going to is Frogsham, I think it's called. I'll have to learn how to pronounce that. And let me just get this out there. This is on the 26th of April, right? I'll put that out there, and then I'll put this on there. You can go and read it yourself. I need more details of that, or maybe a picture of the pub or whatever, right? But happy Easter, God bless. Don't forget, the Constitution is the solution. And again, I hope to see as many people as possible, either in the Boozer on Wednesday, St. George's Day, right? Or on the 26th, our action day. And hopefully we'll go from there. So again, the Constitution is the solution. God bless you all. Happy Easter. And don't forget, people, we are winning, right? With people like Andy, with people like you out there, all we've got to do is start triggering them people. And more people are noticing who we are. That's it. Good night. God bless.